Let me introduce you to a Junghans clock that I'm working on for a customer. It was not running, and when you cycled through the uh, the quarter hours and the hours, the chiming was just well, it was all messed up. Uh, the sequencing wasn't right, and the hammers weren't falling correctly. Uh, it's a very interesting movement, but let's go through the cycles. We're going to come up to 12 o'clock, and what you're going to hear is a typical Westminster chime, and then the striking of the hours on a single chime rod. So here we go. Before I turn the hands for you to see, you'll notice that this is set up like a bim bam or a ting tang movement with only two key winds for time, and the ting tang. It's a quarter repeater, if you will. So it does a single ting tang, a double, a triple, and then it doesn't do a ting tang at all. It plays the Westminster chime and strikes the hours on a single chime rod. And it does that by arresting one of the ting tang chime rods. So let's go through it. That's the warning. Let's walk around. That's 7, 8. And you'll see that this chime rod is arrested. And we're up at 12 here. As I go to the quarter hour, you see the chime rod coming down. And then it's used for the ting tang. Now we're going to go to the half hour. So it does it twice. Now we'll go to the 3/4 hour. And now we're going to come up to 1 o'clock. The minute hand's going towards the 12, and you could see the melody just went on warning. The chime rod is being arrested. And it'll only strike once for 1 o'clock. Notice that the melody chimes, there's a drum over here that activates the chime rods for the Westminster melody, and that's on a separate movement that's stacked on top of the main movement. Like I said, as if it was added on as well, I wouldn't call it an afterthought, but an additional complication, but using the original movement without having to make a wider movement. So this is pretty narrow, but it does take the key and put it all the way up on top, as you saw. Like a typical Junghans movement, it has got a very sturdy time train. Time escapement runs very well. It's very robust. Extremely thick plates, a very heavy movement. Thank you for watching my video.